Hello, folks, and welcome back to EVE Online. I've been itching to play this. I recently applied to a guild, to a corp, and excuse me, they accepted me, though I'm not in yet. I'm thinking unfit. I'm not in yet. They actually have to accept me in game. They had an out-of-game application system. But they accepted me. That's a big thing. And yeah, just need to wait for them to actually say yes. Uh, so that's done. How am I looking on drones? I'm a bit short, aren't I? Well, there's nothing I can do about that, really. Oh, whoops. But yeah, I just have to wait for them to actually accept the in-game application. You have to apply out of game first. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So some couldn't actually play for a day. The sub went down the moment they had said yes. So when I finally was able to go and to the bank to lodge money, because I had my money physically, not in a bank, the PAS machine for after-hours banking wouldn't accept. Well, it wasn't accepting lodgements. It was apparently 2 after hours. When I went today, it was only accepting checks, so I had to go into the place, which wasn't too bad. But then when I came home, I had to wait hours because they had to hold on to the money for a bit, and it's just like, are you fucking with me? I was fuming. I was frothing. It was, I do love the designs in this game. This ship looks beautiful. But yeah, I was frothing over it. But I finally got in. So I've done some industry. A few jobs were done. A ton of missiles and I think it was a missile upgrade. So, oh no, it was this. This was done. So I figured I would wait on buying items. I would go do some missions first and let things sell, which a lot of missiles have already have. About I think half the Inferno missiles I put up, so that's nice. You can check here. And a number of these have undercut myself, though, technically. Still, it's no big deal. Okay, good. It's Blood Raiders. You can tell here who you'll be going up against, so sure. I've already got rid of the other one. Dropped that quest. Because I wasn't sure how long I could leave it as delayed. So I was just getting paranoid if it screwed me over. Because I have lost a little bit of rep with it. Actually, no, I lost rep with the guy and the Kodari as a whole, but not his faction, it seemed.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
there's a game coming out called Rising Hell, and it's got metal in it. Sounds interesting. Vertical roguelite platformer. I'll see if I can let's play it.
Autopilot jumping. Autopilot disabled. No waypoint set.
Not too good about roguelites. Or, you know, rogues, because... Oh. Basically, the starting again aspect of it does kill the game on me eventually. It only works for so long. Because you are replaying the same content. So yeah, now I can target an extra 2 ships, and this will just target anything within activation range. Which I never checked what that was. 50 kilometers. Launch for self. Orbit at 20. Should have repaired these. Kind of forget about them. Oh, so my queue here got kind of screwed up, so I refilled it myself. Oh, and... They're hostile, but I guess they haven't taken hostile action yet? There we go. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not doing any, fighting myself, so ain't it? And apparently doing this will actually keep, does throw aggro on enemies, and can keep them off your drones, but people are a bit iffy on how effective it is, if it does anything at all. But none of these are elites, so it doesn't matter. What the hell did I just say? 1, 2, 3, 4. I love this. It is nice just being able to sit here and do this. Like, I'm just looking at my phone here. Okay. Attack. Really? Because things said I could target an additional 2. I have no idea. Come on, engage. Fight me, damn it. You know, for, crazy cultist pirates, you're really not good at your jobs.
To give the command to a drone requires you to have an active target.
Ah, finally. Uh, Open. Turn to drone bay. Apparently they do get a bonus if you have 5 salvage drones. So I really should get another 2. There is actually a skill that improves metal scraps salvaging. It's not affected by its skill any more than any other recyclable item. I thought that to mean as in it wasn't affected full stop, but it just, I guess people thought it got a bonus because it was metal scraps and this was scrap metal. But no, it's got the same bonus as, anyone else will get. At least this will still go much faster than that drone mission, but at the same time, that drone mission was fantastic. Like, just the sheer amount of money I made from it. All the salvage was insane. I wouldn't mind getting that a few more times. Hmm. Someone posted a tutorial of how to gird up your loins. Say if you have a robe. Not sure how accurate this is, but cool little tutorial. And with art. Someone, Japanese person posted it. I'm assuming Japanese. Yes. Google Translate's not the most reliable thing. Since it is a barbarian, this kind of information is very useful. Want to practice this with a skirt, so that it can be swiftly attacked at any time. I feel that didn't properly translate. Okay, there's a new game coming out. Outbreak, Endless Nightmares. It's a roguelike survival horror. Like I said, I'm not too much into roguelikes, but... You know, I'm not saying I won't give something a try. Oh, it's co-op. Oh, it's a sequel to another game. Outbreak, The Nightmare Chronicles. Never heard of it. Steam is claiming it's similar to Dying Light. Somehow I doubt that. Yes, they're both survival horrors with zombies, but there's differences. The older game is mixed on Steam. Just having a look through the reviews of it. Some heavy negative reviews for it. Still might be worth a poke. There's only rather old reviews that seemed just to be commenting on the early access state of the game. So maybe it's more viable now. Oop. Shockingly, I only got 10 militants. Wasn't I doing this quest before and getting like 20? Maybe it was a different one. But yeah, maybe the game's more viable now. Hey, I'm just happy for more survival horror. I really miss Dead Space. Should get onto Dead Space 3, but still.
Approaching Stargate.
Dead Space 3 is a co-op game, pretty much, so... You know, I gotta find someone for that.
Autopilot jumping.
It's annoying. Every time I'm about to get into a corp or get in, I'm like, I'm done the game. I've had my fill. Why? What self-destructive tendencies? One, two, three. Oh, I'm very near. Ah, one sec. 41, 42, 43, 44. Ooh, I was AFK there. I was seeing people running defense for some, you know, villainous group IRL. Ooh. And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know? Propel dynamics? I don't give a shit about you. If it was this faction, sure. I should do that. I know it'll hit my other factions things, but they can take the hit, but it will give me a nice boost here. It will at least get me out of the negatives. I'm very close to being able to do level 3 missions. Weird. Couldn't actually move to it.
Active.
One, two. Alright, let's jump.
Warp drive active.
More jumped in. I read that as, instead of anarchist, I read that as antichrist. A little different. Oh yeah, I only got level 1 stuff here. Simulate. That might be grand enough for me to be able to switch back to the hybrid weapons. Need to dig them up though. Again, I missed the gecko. They were nice multi-target units. Like, they hit every element. So it didn't matter what the enemy had. They were good against them and they did heavy damage. One, two, three, four. Okay, what's with the weird, like, satanic growling? I'm just fighting pirates. I'm not beating up Satan. I'm reading stuff on my phone here, so I'm getting paranoid. I'm, like, that my internal voice is an external voice. Given that the fighting here isn't too intense right now, that's why I'm just looking at my phone. It's like nothing to worry about at the moment, and that was a pretty generous little chest there. Not too grand, but it's something. I remember having a conversation with a guy. He was against guns. As long as people are responsible with them, I've no issue with them. They're a very handy tool, and for if people always go use an example, it's a woman going up against a man, but even among men, there's plenty of strength differences. I'm a guy, but you know, plenty of guys will be able to overpower me easily enough. So on and so forth. Basically, um, they're a very handy tool as long as they're treated with the respect and whatnot they deserve. Then it's all groovy. But I knew a guy who was not a fan of them, and he wanted to he was a big fan of the disarming populist thing. And I made a point like, okay, well, what about the criminal element then? How are you going to get them to willingly give up their guns? He kind of just blustered me off, and that was it. Still actually kind of annoys me. It's just like he'd put all this thought into disarming the populace and nothing whatsoever into the idea of what about the people who keep their guns and are criminals? Not in that they've still kept their guns, but as in they're going to shoot people with them that aren't doing anything to them. What about them? It's more than I got out of them. It's just that's annoying me right now. Like, again, obviously I'm not a fan of some people, practically flating their guns. Not a fan of that, but as long as you're treating them with like, again, it's like a car misused, it can easily kill someone that you shouldn't be killing. Um, so as long as it's treated with the respect it deserves, then there's no issue with someone having them. That's my stance on it. So, but yeah. For all his grand ideas, he was inadvertently aiding the criminal element. Yeah, So it's just not that he really even thought that far.
Warp drive
It's kind of
active.
bugging me to think about it. But yeah, one of the conversations over there reminded me of it. I'm not saying it's a blow for blow. Just someone disliked guns, and it's just like, oh yeah, it reminded me of that conversation. I'd remembered it recently, and it was just like, God, that was annoying. Engage. Come on, guys, you're pirates. Be more aggressive. God, it's gonna turn into, what was it? Someone made did a Final Fantasy parody. It was some pixel webcomic. I should read it, really. It's meant to be quite good. Something theater, but it was a parody of an early Final Fantasy. Some knight kidnaps the local princess, but he was doing such an incompetent job of being a villain. She was like, "Here, let me do it," and proceeded to take over his operation. And was like, "I'll govern this." I can't remember where I was going with that or what I was even referencing, but it's just like, oh yeah, it's these pirates. I was still thinking about what some dumbass I was seeing on my phone. So I was getting confused. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like that for these. It's just like, come on, be more aggressive. If you all came up with me at once and brought a good few more friends, you could probably take me. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, my head's wandering. But yeah, I keep seeing people running defense for, like, basically crowds that are like, like they're twirling their mustaches. They're like cloning people so they can twirl more mustaches. They're trying to have, like, I won't say I've seen a wizard in something with a ridiculous like mustache that's like streeled to the floor. Long, white, flowing mustache, perfectly groomed, but hitting the fucking floor. Yeah, he's blushing. He's blushing. It's like, guys, maybe you've gone too far. You know, with the whole fucking mustache twirling. Again, I love these things. I don't know how I played the game before they were in it. What? Was there no loot? Apparently no loot thus far. Oh, I never even launched them. I thought I had. Salvage. One, 2, 3. Beautiful. We got a bit of loot. No, there's nothing else. So, just salvage here. Again, this will go a bit faster if I had 2 additional drones. I should see about getting them at some stage. I'm so fucking paranoid. Again, I'm just looking at my phone here because it's faff going on right now, and this isn't to accurate representation of what EVE Online's like. I'm showing everything. But it's still fucking boring, so I'm looking at my phone. Then I get paranoid I'm doing... How? So I'm just looking at my phone to pass the time. Ooh, already done? No. It's just these wrecks are very far out. Totally far out, dude. Totally radical, broski. Really, this should keep moving towards us at the same pace. You know, the tractor beam gave it momentum, but it wasn't. Once it stopped, it. Well, I guess you could say maybe tractor beam negated it as part of its shutting down function. But basically, yeah, it's Newton's the deadliest motherfucker in space. Again, I was saying before with other games, like there's some sections that feel very much like you're meant to be playing this bit of the game while watching something else. Like Warframe, you're doing the authenticated maps again and again. This feels very much like okay, you're meant to have some podcast on in the background music and be playing to that. That's why I don't find Warframe fun because I can't be doing that. That goes against the idea of having a let's play that stays online. So it's just yeah. Um, Again, EVE Online kind of feels like that in these lighter combat situations and in the tidy up. So I thought the Ishtar had more space. Yeah, I'm probably thinking the other ship. So yeah. That was my train of thought here. So yeah, I'm just staring at my phone to compensate. At least during this downtime, I can do that without, endangering myself. Unlike doing that in, say, Warframe while fighting. Someone was talking about Marvel there and Wolverine. I remember seeing a bit of like the good Avengers cartoon. There's two recent ones, and the first one got cancelled on a cliffhanger to make one that's more in line with the MCU, which was an inferior one. And Wolverine turns up in the better one, and it was funny. There was like alien bugs from some alternate dimension eating a guy after killing him and eating him, and there was no real gore. It's still kind of fucked up, but no real gore. Wolverine appears, and you don't see the gore, but you see like the shadow, like he's after killing dinosaurs because time time travel shenanigans, and he comes up and stabs some dinosaurs. slices into them, you see the arc of the blood, the shadow of it. You don't see the blood itself because, different ratings, different countries, and all that. But yeah, it was funny. Wolverine ended up gorier than fucking alien space bugs eating a guy. Again, I would have obviously no issue with them if they had shown gore. I've watched plenty of stuff and with gore, and I'm plenty fine with it. It's just I recognize that American cartoons have a different standard than anime does. So yeah. So, or like if you look at French cartoons, they have a different standard than Americans do. Look at Wakfu. They put that's a Saturday morning cartoon show for kids. Yeah, the main chicks in it have jiggle physics. Not really a fan of the Archer chick. She kind of fits that, physically abusive chicks cliche, and that doesn't do it for me. She's hot, but it doesn't do it for me.
Docking request accepted.
I know, it always just feels, whenever I see that done, it always feels very mean-spirited. Rarely does it feel actually funny, as it's meant to be. But that's just personal opinion and taste. It's still a fantastic show. Fuck you! But yeah, it's just up to personal opinion and taste, and yeah, I'm just a point short. It's up to personal opinion and taste. That's all it is. I do highly recommend giving Wakfu a shot. If you don't know what Wakfu is, there's an MMO, French MMO by the same name. I'm not sure which came first, but there's also Doofus. Dofus? Someone was saying Dofus was the spin-off of Wakfu. I'd always thought it was the other way around. But Dofus is the prequel, certainly. It comes chronologically before it, but if Wakfu's the original, if you get me, then you probably should start with that one. Wakfu follows a group of characters. Minor spoilers. It's the gang gets together in the first episode, so it's not too heavy. Basically, I can't remember the kid's name anymore. I can't remember most of the characters' names anymore. Basically, it follows an old greedy prospector guy, some idiot knight who's meant to be guarding a demon sword. He arrives on scene possessed by it. A princess and her personal bodyguard. Princess is after absconding from her kingdom. She wanted to go on an adventure. And the son of an innkeep, who's, destined for great things. I don't want to be too spoilery. The bodyguard is an expert archer, and the princess is a druid. But yeah, they go on an adventure. If you're watching it on Netflix, don't. They cut off the end of season 1. You don't see a character die because of it. I thought he was lurking in the background, but he was dead. But they cut out that bit. It was like after credits scene. You see something happen. It was. Ugh. Also, between season 2 and 3, there's a side season. You want to go see that if you are watching on Netflix. It's put out separately. It takes place between them, and it is vitally important you actually see it. I think it's 2 and 3. It is vitally important you see it, because the events of that spin heavily into the next season. But yeah, it's a fantasy adventure series. These cast of characters: the greedy prospector, the innkeep's kid, the princess, her bodyguard, the knight and his demon sword, on a journey trying to fight the evil affecting their world and their lands, and making discoveries about themselves and all this. In probably in some ways a coming of age story, in other ways a grand revelations. It depends on the character. I don't want to spoil too much because there's fucking dramatic things, but it is a fantastic show. I haven't seen Dofus, but if it follows the same shtick of it, then yeah, it's probably grand. You do see the characters from Dofus in the in Wakfu, even though it's like 100-year difference or something. You see them there. You don't get to see much of them, but they are there. There is an MMO, and remember I was saying it's like kids cartoon show as far as I know, with jiggle physics. In the MMO, people were posting an alleged screenshot from it, where a character is like, "Oh, I see you got your wood out. I take it you're here for the bow job." Apparently, actual commentary, an actual line from the game. The French. But yeah, apparently America is more open about violence, less about like sex stuff and things, while France is the other way around. That's what I remember hearing. Like different places, different standards and tastes, if you get me. And their censorship boards will respond accordingly. Okay, this is a minor thing. It's nothing grand, but we'll say hi because it'll unlock level 3 missions for me, which will be a lot more profitable across the board.
Autopilot engaged.
But yeah, Wakfu is a fantastic show. Do highly recommend it. I'm not quite a fan of that aspect of the other one's character. Like I said, it just tends to strike me as incredibly mean-spirited. If it's meant to be funny or in a way likable, it doesn't really tend to be. It just tends to just come off to me as really mean-spirited and just generally shitty. The character was still likable enough in general that I could go past it, but still, it did put a little damper on it.
Approaching Stargate.
There's also a scene once where I think it was the Archer was getting into a bathtub, and a rubber ducky floats right in front of her very smugly. She was naked. The rubber ducky was a very smug censor bar. There's also time I think the night guy was, or maybe Squire, whatever. He was eating a roll, like a baguette, and it was filled with jam. It explodes out onto a girl's face.
Autopilot
So
jumping.
yeah, Wakfu. One, two, three. Activate gate. So many spam comments on Twitter. Not Twitter, YouTube. I've been getting spate at him since quarantine kicked in. I never really had to deal with many before, and now just deluge, constant. Oh. Yeah, there's no point. I think I should look into... I should just go get the hybrid guns back. Okay, return. Stack all. Open. Uro. Uro. Oh. Jumped the gun a little there, but oh well. It worked out.
Autopilot engaged. Moving to Stargate.
And now with this, we'll hit level 3.
Active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
I hate Twitter refresh.
Into station.
Damn it. I can't get a picture of that, it's gonna bloody well haunt me.
Approaching station. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled.
Ta-da! And now I never need to talk to you again. Oh, so, you don't get too much of a bonus from getting a good rep with a company, you know, in regards to market costs. Basically, yes, having good a rep with them will lower the fees, but it doesn't lower them by much, maybe point 0.2, and then the additional point 0.2 or point 0.3 if you have good standings with their faction. But that's it. Rest comes from skills. But still, I've got the fine place now, so I'll do some more jobs here.